Well, today we're gathered here today to talk about fucking Diddy. Literally Diddy. Like I didn't want to talk about him because so many people were sitting here saying shit about Diddy on my channel and sitting here dragging the shit out. But I just gotta bring this man up. He beat it. He somehow beat the fucking charges. I don't know what this man did, what type of black magic he pulled out his ass. Somehow this man has beat the charges. Somehow he has beat the charges.
John Diddy Combs is waiting to find out if he will walk free after being cleared of the most serious charges in his federal trial. The New York jury deliberated for a little over 2 days and came
Hold
to
on. Racketeering, conspiracy, not guilty. Sex trafficking, not guilty. How the fuck did he get away with sex trafficking? Now I read a little bit about the actual news channel, like where it actually told you what happened. They said that he counted it as freak offs. Like he told them actively that it was freak offs, and they let him get away with it. So you're saying instead of just calling it sex trafficking, if I put a word on it or I put a name on it, I can just sit here and say, hey, instead of sex trafficking, I was actually doing freak offs, and that allowed him to get away with it. That allowed him to sit here and plead not guilty for that shit.
Unanimous verdict finding Combs not guilty of racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking, the most serious charges. But the jury found the rapper guilty on the lesser charges, transportation to engage in prostitution. The trial lasted just over 7 weeks and included testimony from 34 witnesses.
34 witnesses, and these motherfuckers couldn't get his ass. 34 fucking witnesses. Lock his ass up. 34 of them motherfuckers, and y'all couldn't put him away for good.
Prosecutors argued the 55-year-old rapper and producer was the leader of what they call a criminal enterprise that forced women into engaging in abusive sex acts with male prostitutes. The defense accused the prosecution of being overzealous and exaggerating details about Combs' life, saying this case is about personal drug use and his swinger lifestyle. CBS News national correspondent Jerika Duncan has been following this trial and joins us now from outside the courthouse in Lower Manhattan. Jerika, this story is developing as we speak. Catch us up on where things stand now.
Yeah, this is one of the cases I've followed that is so different when you start with yesterday and having a verdict on 4 of the 5 counts, and today we learn about the 3 counts that Combs was found not guilty on. 2 he was, as you mentioned in that intro. And now there's this 3rd issue where we're not sure whether or not he is going to be released. And there is a hearing happening.
How is it possible for him to get away with this? They said they also caught him with different types of drugs that contain cocaine and all these different type of pills and shit. How does he get away with this when he has multiple guns, multiple drugs, multiple bottles of fucking baby oil, lube and shit? There's no way you get free, bruh. Like, you actually beat 3 charges, which is kind of crazy, but gang. Like, bro, do not let this man around any kids, anybody at all, bro. I swear to God, I'll be fearing for my fucking life if he's around me, bro. And then when they asked him, like, okay, what do you think about this? Like, what do you feel? Like, what's happening in your head? What's going on in your head? He just says, I live a lavish lifestyle. Brother! A lavish lifestyle to me is going out of town and experiencing new things. Your lavish lifestyle is literally prostitution. We are not the same.
Now, I just got the letters that were submitted to the court from the defense and the prosecution arguing why they want him to stay. So right now what's happening is the cars for the family just pulled up, and that's typical when they're about to come outside. I see an SUV, and behind that car 2 Sprinter vehicles, which the Combs family has been traveling in. So it's an indication that they're on their way out. As to whether or not they're going to give a statement, it's still unclear, because we were told early on in talking to some people who are connected to the family that there would be someone speaking on the day that the verdict was revealed. So as again, just to reset, we got 2 letters that I have not read through yet, but one is from the defense, one is from the prosecution, and it appears there might be another update on a hearing at 5 p.m., but I'm working to find out the details of that, and I will bring them to you as soon as we get them. Meg?
And Jerika, have we heard from any of Combs' accusers any reaction to today's verdict?
Yes, we have. Doug Wigdor, who represents Cassie Ventura, represented her in the civil case. He said he spoke to Cassie and that she said that she was okay and that she was pleased with the results and the fact that Combs was charged with 2 federal crimes. So when you listen, though, to Doug Wigdor in an interview that he gave our affiliate WCBS.
Damn, she's pretty for one. For 2, bro, I would not be sitting here. Like, I would not be pleased with that nigga getting 2 charges. I need him all 5 charges. All 5 charges. Every single charge. Gang, I don't know how he didn't get, like, drug possession, gun possession. Like, the guns was registered in his name. He had what looks like AK-47s in that bitch. All different types of pills and shit, and they still didn't, they let him go on them charges. Somehow, he beat them charges. He had clothes for everybody that was around him. Like, all the girls that was around him, he had clothes for them. He had a mountain of baby oil, and he only got 2 charges for that. Man, shit.
He sounds not like his regular self. I've known Doug for many years now, and I think without a doubt he was expecting a stronger outcome in reference to that sex trafficking for his client, Cassie Ventura. But he said that Cassie Ventura said that she was, quote, pleased that Combs was convicted of 2 federal crimes.
All right, Jerika Duncan covering it all for us. Thank you so much. We want to turn now to CBS News legal contributor and Loyola Law School professor Jessica Levinson. Jessica, thanks for being here. Jurors were hung up, as you know, on that racketeering conspiracy charge against Combs. Why is that the most difficult to prove?
Well, it's a complex charge, and most people, when they might hear RICO or racketeering, they immediately think of organized crime. Obviously, that's not the only situation where you can use a RICO charge.
Hold on. This is an organized crime. He literally had a hotel. His name, his like alibi, his little name, he had a little name for it. He named himself like Mr. Black or some shit. Like this motherfucker's Batman. And then they all went to his apartment, all went to his little hotel spot. They got naked. They did the little freak off shit. And then, you feel me? Like they got paid for it. What are you talking about? The evidence is right there.
But it does require showing that Sean Combs was head of this criminal enterprise, and that it requires the prosecution essentially to connect a lot of different dots. It's not like, for instance, proving simple assault. In this case, I think that obviously the jury went count by count, piece by piece. They were able to find that there was, in fact, a violation of federal law when it came to the prostitution claims here, the moving across state lines for prostitution, but not those more complex claims, because I think the jury, maybe while they were convinced that there were things that were immoral or unethical or deeply distasteful happen, they didn't see it as rising to the level of a criminal enterprise that's required for that RICO charge.
Jessica, let's talk about the 2 counts that Combs was convicted of. How much time could he spend behind bars?
20 years.
So he could theoretically, I understand, serve up to 20 years, 10 for each count. I don't think that's what we're going to see, in part because he's a first-time offender, in part because you rarely do get the maximum amount. Let's also remember that he has been detained pre-trial for a number of years now. The prosecution has said,
Bro, if you let this motherfucker free, I swear to God, he's gonna be moving like Hitler, gang. He's gonna take out every motherfucker that crossed his path, bro. I'm telling you, keep this man locked up, bro. Like, I don't know where he's at, boy. Whenever I found out where he's at, I'm not going anywhere towards him. I'm not going anywhere near his city, anywhere near his state. I'm not going towards him, gang. He's gonna be moving like Hitler. Don't say shit to him. Let him be locked up. I'm telling you, bro. Keep his ass locked up. I'm fearing for my life over here, gang.
We're going to ask for a lot of time here. The defense has said they're going to ask for no time. I think it's entirely possible that we could see a few months, for instance, in prison. I hate making definitive predictions because it is
a few months. Gang, he needs more than a few months. Hold on now, we're jumping the gun. Give him a couple years now, at least. Give us time to suit up. Give us time to get the AK-47s and World War III started up for his ass. He's gonna be moving like Prime Hitler, I'm telling you. Hold on. a few months. Whoa, relax.
It's within the judge's discretion, but I'd be very surprised if we see a sentence of double-digit years in prison.
We'll have to wait for that 5 o'clock bail hearing for that. But in the meantime, after the verdict was read, the defense asked for Combs to be released on bail until sentencing. We know now that we are waiting for this 5 o'clock bail hearing, and I know you don't have a crystal ball and it's hard to predict, but there is a chance he could walk free today, right?
There is a chance, and I appreciate you saying it is difficult. Of course, nobody has a crystal ball, but what do we have? We have some tea leaves, and the judge has left some of them for us in the sense of he's saying, okay, give me an argument about why he should or shouldn't be freed today. In my experience, federal judges don't say, go ahead and make an argument or make a case if they aren't open to at least the possibility.
Hell no! I'll give you like 5 reasons right now. Number one, he is in possession of cocaine, different types of substances, different types of drugs. Number two, don't nobody need that much baby oil. Number three, this motherfucker had AK-47s in his fucking apartment room just waiting to use them motherfuckers. Number four, it's a live video of him beating somebody's ass. Number five, he said instead of it just being sex trafficking, he lives a lavish lifestyle. Number six, he had this little alibi saying, oh yeah, he went by this code name Mr. Black or some shit like that when they went to the freak house. Like, bro, it's so much evidence. It's right there. Lock his ass up.
So is it probable? I'm not sure. Is it absolutely possible? Yes, it is. And you're exactly right to separate out. There's the bail hearing, whether or not he will be free pending sentencing, and then separately the sentencing that we're going to look at.
All right, we still just have to wait a few more hours to see what comes down with that. Jessica Levinson, we always appreciate your perspective. Thank you.
I just gotta say that is crazy. I would never think that this man would actually beat any type of charges, let alone beat 3 charges that was against him. For some odd reason, he didn't get charged with like gun possession and drug possession also. But okay, I mean, I'm pretty sure that would have been like 20 more years on his sentence, but they still didn't add that in there. Maybe it's because it was on his property, they couldn't do anything about it. Maybe in his area that was okay. I'm not sure what was the reason for letting him have those things and him not getting locked up. But I'm really like thinking in my head, like that's really crazy that he didn't get locked up for that. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna be it, man. I appreciate everybody watching this.